Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Travel Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, January 2nd, and I'm back breaking down some college basketball. Before we get into the play for Thursday, let's talk about the plays we had on Tuesday. We did have BYU at home going up against Arizona State -10. Easy cover there. They came out on a 13-2 run to start the game, never looked back, won that game by 20 points. Player prop in that game was Igor Demon. Had troubles from the field in this one. Didn't shoot a ton, didn't score a lot of points. So that was the 0-1 of the player prop there. 1-1 split on that game. 1-1 split on the other game as well. I switched it up. Marquette on the road against Providence. I had Marquette. Then I changed my tune in the breakdown because Providence at home had not lost by 6+ points all season long. Marquette on the road had not won by 6+ points all season long. I switched the pick. Of course, Marquette wins by 35, 40 points, and it wasn't even close. Marquette offensively was dominating every single aspect of that game. Providence couldn't put up any shots. Providence was not making their threes. We did hit a player prop on that one. David Joplin over 5.5 rebounds. I think he finished the game with 6, maybe 7. But we split 2-2, split on both games. Let's try to go 2-0 today. Not a lot of action to look at. Only one top 25 matchup. There are several games, some of these smaller schools, but I can't really dive deep into those just yet. Probably starting on like the 20th of January after the college football playoff. And as we get into the NFL playoffs, I will start doing a lot more breakdowns on college basketball, doing some smaller schools, trying to get, a read on some of these teams getting closer to March Madness, see who has a shot in their conferences, smaller conferences for March Madness. But until then, we're just trying to break down, 1 or 2 games every other day, looking at top 25 matchups for the most part. And this is going to be a top 25 matchup. Illinois going up against Oregon. We've talked about both these teams this season. Illinois losses against Alabama, Northwestern, and Tennessee. The Northwestern game is throwing me off because we did bet that game. We took Illinois, and Northwestern beat Illinois in overtime. So this Illinois team, they've impressed me this season, especially going up against Alabama. They don't like playing fast-paced games, and Alabama is a fast-paced team. We took Alabama in that one, and they did win by 13, but they hung in there tight. And then the Tennessee game was back and forth for most of the game, Tennessee taking that one late. So Illinois, I think they're a very good team. For the Oregon Ducks, they only have one loss on the year, and they have been tested this season. The one loss was against UCLA. At first glance, you think UCLA not that good of a team. UCLA just took down Gonzaga. UCLA now in the top 25. They're playing some really good basketball, so that's a good loss, I would say, for Oregon, not a bad loss. Oregon does have 2 good wins against quality teams. Texas A&M, that's a very gritty team, great defensive team, and Alabama. That was before the injuries for Alabama as well. So this is a very good Oregon Ducks team. They're at home. I'm going to lay the small number, -2.5 as the play. I think the Fighting Illini are a great team. They've got pretty balanced scoring all the way around. 4 players above 10+ points per game. But there's really just not a lot around him, especially on the outside. The guard play for Illinois, I would say, not the best. They do have some pretty good big men down low. And Oregon, though, there's just guard play everywhere. I love TJ Bamba. He comes over from Villanova. He's a big play kind of guy. He's going to be most likely leading the scoring charge in this game. There's also this guy that I'm going to take as a player prop today. His name is Jackson Shelstad, and he's been really good over the last several games. Going to be looking at his shots over the last couple of games. But this Oregon team, they've got good guard play. Their best player is their center big man down low, Nate Biddle, 7-footer. He's a walking double-double. I think Oregon will give Illinois some trouble in this game. Plus, they're going to be playing on that disgusting court. Some people like the Oregon home court. I can't even watch games. It just messes up my eyes. It makes me have a headache. Maybe that affects the other team or not, but Oregon tends to like playing on their home floor. I'm going to take Oregon here, -2.5 as the play. Looking at the player props, I am going to go with Jackson Shelstad over his total points going up against Illinois. Oregon this season has been a really good scoring team, putting up nearly 80 per game. Been, right in the middle of the pack of the rebounding, and they're just about in the middle of the pack of the assists. But this team as a whole, there's got scoring everywhere. Their 5 starters average 10+ points per game. One of their starters, Jackson Shelstad, has been the leading minutes man on this team as well. He plays the most minutes per game, and that's what I'm looking for. Also has the most shot attempts on this team. He's scoring 10.8 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. Not very effective from the field, shooting less than 40%. But over the last couple of games, he's been asked to do a little bit more. 10+ shots in back-to-back games. He scored 10 points against Stanford, 16 against Weber, and he hit 2 threes in the last game against Weber as well. He's also shot 50% or better in back-to-back games. And if you go back a couple more games, shot 50% or better in 3 of the last 4. So he is starting to feel himself from the field, and that's a good sign for this Oregon team. They need some more scoring to go along with TJ Bamba and their big man down low. 38.5% from the field this season for him is not going to cut it. 50% in back-to-back games. Maybe he's turned the corner. I'm going to take him in this game against Illinois. I think he's going to go unchecked in this game. Most of the attention going to be down low on the big men and then bomb on the outside for the threes. I think Shellstad's got a good chance here to put up 12, 14, 16 points in this one. So I'm going to take his over total points as the play against Illinois as the final play. Let's go to the recap graphic here. We're going to take Oregon, minus 2.5 at home. Home court advantage. I think Oregon's a better team anyway than Jackson Shellstad over his total points. Probably going to get it 10.5, only averaging 10.8 on the season, but I'll play this up to 12.5 as the play there. Guys, going to do it for NCAA basketball plays and props for Thursday, January 2nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.